Monday. I'm very excited to start this week off because in case you haven't turned on the TV or listened to a radio lately, Friday starts the Olympics, and you already know how excited I am, and this is only fueling me even more to talk about the Olympics and the athletes coming up. I love looking at people's diets, learning what fuels them, what works best for them, because there really is no perfect diet at the end of the day. What works best for me might not work best for you. What works best for Michael Phelps definitely isn't going to work for 99.9% of the rest of the world. But it's interesting to see what these athletes do to fuel their body and get through their intense workout training. Because we've got to remember, a lot of these Olympic athletes, they work out for 6 to 8 hours, 5 days, 6 days a week, and it's crazy, and they need proper fuel. So I've been doing a lot of research. What does a typical Olympic diet look like, and what are some of the kind of strange ones out there? What are people doing? Of course, we all know that Michael Phelps is pretty crazy when it comes to his diet. I call him the eat anything and everything diet because he has to take in around 8,000 calories every single day in order to keep his body and his muscles happy and working, and to help him be the fastest that he can be with the most amount of energy. So that got me to thinking, if I was to eat 8,000 calories a day, what would that look like? First off, I eat about 5 meals a day, 5 small meals, starting at 5 a.m. And if you break that apart, that comes out to about 1,600 calories for each and every meal. Now, take into consideration that I'm a vegan, and unlike Michael Phelps, I'm not going to go scarf down the Big Mac down the road. But we've got to understand why he's doing that, because it is hard to get that many calories in. So I found this interesting. For me to get 8,000 calories a day, this is what my morning breakfast would look like. 1.5 cups of oatmeal. Half a cup is 1 serving, so we're talking 3 servings of oatmeal. 3 tablespoons of sunflower butter, of course I'd mix that together. 2 cups of cherries. 1 banana, again I'd probably stir that all together and make one big meal. With a side of 2 Ezekiel English muffins, with a little bit of coconut oil maybe on top of them. And a protein shake that includes vegan protein, kale, half a banana, 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, and almond milk. All that together to get around 1,600 calories. Oh my gosh, I wouldn't be able to move all day. So you have to understand, like, for him to be able to get in that many calories, he has to eat junk sometimes because it's hard. I would be doing nothing but eating all day if I were to live my vegan lifestyle trying to get that in. Another amazing athlete that I found very interesting is a marathon runner. His name is Michael Arnstein, so keep your eyes out for him in the marathon running. And he is a vegan raw fruitarian. Now, he follows what's called the 80-10-10 rule. 80% of his foods comes from raw fruit. So he finishes a run, and I just finished watching an interview with him actually, he eats around 20 oranges post-run. Now, he says that this is the best he's ever been, the fastest he's ever been. He's broken all of his PR since he's followed this lifestyle. One of the things he said, as far as a benefit is concerned, and I don't exactly know the science behind this, but he says there's no smell to him whatsoever. He doesn't smell when he goes to the bathroom. His sweat doesn't smell. He doesn't have armpit odor or anything like that, and that's all happened since he's chosen this raw fruitarian diet. And he says it's because he has not a lot of salt in his system, so when he sweats, he's just sweating out pure water. So I find that really interesting, and he's been doing this diet since 2008. So you got to give him mad props to be able to eat nothing but raw fruit all day long, and about 10 to 15% of his diet is also raw vegetables. Now, the athlete that has the strictest diet is a gymnast. Gymnasts are always under the radar, along with ballerinas, for their strict body image and how to keep their frame nice and small to be able to tumble and flip and get height and everything like that. So, of course, it only makes sense that gymnast would be on the list. She's a Korean, and her name is Son Yeon-jae. I might not be saying that properly, so forgive me. But her coach weighs her every single day to the gram. Most of us just look at pounds. How much do we weigh in pounds? And hopefully you're not even doing it every day. But her coaches actually weigh her down to the gram. She's only allowed to eat very small meals for breakfast and lunch. They say she eats like a bird. And then she's not allowed to have dinner. This is going to keep her frame small. And again, we all raise eyebrows, but again, what works for us may not, what works for them may not work for anybody else, so to each his own. And she does have a nutritionist working for her. And then the last actual athlete that I want to talk about is a U.S. gymnast, and his name is Jonathan Porton. He's been put under the radar because during his workouts, he is known to just get a container of honey, stick some on a spoon, and just eat it straight from the jar. And you know what? I say that is an awesome during workout snack. First, it's high in sugar, so it's going to help your blood sugar stay up, keep your energy going. So anyone that raises an eyebrow to that, it's really not any different than a runner, marathon runner, grabbing that gel and taking that after mile 4 to 6. Same concept here, except honey is all natural. It has amino acids, it has healthy fats, and it's a great sugar source. So actually, I don't see anything wrong with that, and I'm actually trying to figure out how I can get a little bit of packaged honey in during my runs, because I think that's a great idea instead of taking the the gel shots during a run. But if you're interested in knowing exact calories, which I was, a normal triathlete will take in about 3,500 to 4,500 calories a day. A boxer has the widest spectrum, which makes sense because their weight is very important for their weight class. So they'll take in anywhere from 1,800 to 4,000 calories a day. The average swimmer, Michael Phelps is not the average swimmer, is going to take in around 3,000 to 6,000 calories a day. Well, let's say the sailing team will take in about 5,000 to 6,000 calories a day. That actually really surprises me. Not that sailing's not an endurance sport by any means, but I just didn't expect that number to be as high. So I'd love to get your thoughts. Did you think that any of these diets were out of this world, really crazy? What do you think about the fruitarian diet? And if you were able to eat 8,000 calories a day, how would you get those calories in? So leave a comment below, check out the blog at liftingrevolution.com, and I will see you soon.